Hey guys, CDTVThaG here, and the G of course stands for Give Me ADHD, please. I've been kind of winging it with the G's on the past couple of videos. We're getting towards the end of the year and I'm running out. Okay, I need to renew my notes page on my phone that has my list of the G's on it that I've used and need to use. But yeah, from what it says on genius.com, this is the 8th single that Joyner Lucas has released from ADHD. There's been 8 of them so far. I guess he really is going with this idea of just dropping every track individually and then putting it out as an album once every single track has been released from it. Which, I've said this in videos before, I really dislike that idea. I think it kind of kills the hype for the album. Because here's the thing, right? This is something I don't want to have to say, but I'm honestly starting to lose interest in Joyner Lucas's music a little bit. I mean, if you've watched any of my other Joyner reactions, you'll know that I'm a massive fan, but I think this release strategy is just kind of killing my interest in what he's gonna put out. Also coupled with the fact that I don't feel like any of these singles from ADHD have actually hit as hard as any of the ones from 508. His last project. And that sucks to say because I'm such a massive Joyner fan, and even if you watch my first reactions to songs like I Love, Devil's Work, the one that I can't name for demonetization reasons, Broken Stupid, like I had really positive reactions, first reactions to those songs. And I think sound-wise it was a fantastic track. It's an enjoyable banger type song from Joyner. Beat goes pretty hard too. I really liked what he did on here, it was nice. But it was when I went back to them that they kind of instantly lost their replay value to me. There was just nothing that really pulled me in. It wasn't as surprising or interesting as when Joyner first blew up and he was dropping songs like I'm Sorry. The best song released from it, the one that has the most replay value, was probably that song with Logic. But other than that, I'm not super interested in ADHD anymore, unfortunately. Even though the G for this video was Give Me ADHD, I was just kind of winging it with that one. But there is good news. Maybe this track could change that. Maybe once I hear this, it'll pull me right back in and I'll be excited for the album again. I also haven't heard the title track from the album, ADHD, which dropped 3 months ago, but I will listen to that real soon. I'll listen to that after this track. So let's see what this track holds. Revenge Intro by Joyner Lucas. Let's get into it.
The more that I cheat, the more that she lead, the more that she cried, the harder to trust, the more that I lied, the more that she died, the more I realized I'm harder to teach, my heart is a beat, and I'm in drama, I'm harder to keep, but harder to sleep, I'm scared.
Okay, this is a nice build up to it.
I'm not gonna play, I'm not for the games, I'm not gonna change, put that on my son, put that on my mom, put that on my sis, put that on my bitch, and all of my hoes, cause with me I'm calling it toast. Calling the plug, you calling the cops, I call you the snitch.
I like how he's doing quieter versions of his like gunshot ad-libs on this song because it has this very kind of low-key tone to it.
I wanted the fame, I wanted the name, I wanted the break, I wanted the love, I wanted the cake, I wanted to be great, I wanted to change and all the above. You want me to fall, you want me to crawl, you want me to
Okay, we're building up.
I'm out for revenge, I'm out for the ends, I'm out for respect, I'm out for the crown, I'm out for the rain. They started to aim, I hopped to the plane, I'm not going down, but I don't know how, I thought it was safe, but I got a plan, let's hold up the chopper and ride it around.
Whoa. Oh, and I think that goes into the song ADHD, which I haven't heard yet. So that's actually kind of perfect. He dropped ADHD, but there wasn't a music video for it, so I guess I'm about to react to 2 songs in one. As for Revenge Intro, I'll give my thoughts on that first. It was cool. It worked as an intro. It kind of shows what Joyner's perspective is at this point in his career. He's got a lot, but he still wants more. Can't complain about that at all. Not sure if it's something I'm going to listen to too much outside of the context of listening to the ADHD album. I think Joyner himself knew that this, you know, this isn't necessarily a track that would stand on its own as a single, which is why it's placed next to ADHD on the album. At least that's what I'm thinking. Because it is good, but it's not something that I would listen to as a single. And so that leads into the song ADHD, which I'm going to react to now.
It kind of feels like I'm dying on the inside.
This is different.
Goodbye, and I've been this way since day one.
Oh my god.
I don't need no medication. Now maybe my ADHD got me tripping, and maybe I'm just everything that you know for me, yeah.
Whoa. Okay. I remember when this dropped, everyone was saying he sounds like Juice WRLD on this one. And that's actually my first time mentioning him on this channel since he passed away as well. So rest in peace to Juice WRLD, of course. People barely even know who they are at 21 years old, and he didn't get to live past that. So yeah, rest in peace to Juice WRLD. But in terms of this actual song, moving on to what the actual song sounds like, I really enjoy the sound of this. This is something completely different from anything we've heard from Joyner Lucas before, and I'm appreciating that. And this might actually be what is needed to get me interested in the ADHD album again. And of course, lyrically, he's talking about the actual condition itself, which is something that he hasn't went super in-depth on any of the other singles. Joyner is on his emo rap stuff here. Oh my god, this sounds amazing. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. I never would have pictured Joyner Lucas making an emo rap style track and having it sound this good. But this is great, I love this. Wow. Okay, this actually might be the best single. I mean, I've not even finished the song yet, but I'm thinking this might be the best single from ADHD. This is what I needed, something that was completely different and exciting from Joyner. That's what I needed to really pull me back in. The first verse was really solid lyrically as well. It had this whole theme of feeling like you don't fit in and almost feeling kind of alien in a sense, feeling like you could try and tell people what you're thinking and how your brain works, but you don't know how to vocalize it. That's one of the toughest things about a lot of like mental issues that people go through. They don't really know how to vocalize it, and they feel like if they do say what they're feeling, it's just not going to make sense to anyone. That's one of the things that can make people struggle with those conditions so bad. But CDTV's advice corner, if you are struggling with anything, just vocalize it anyway. Even if you don't think people will understand you, there is definitely someone that will. There are definitely loads of people that will, even if it feels like that's not the case. And it's advice everyone's heard a million times, but it is always better to get help for something that you're going through than to just sit and suffer with it. Yeah, that's CDTV's advice corner.
It kinda feels like
That bit sounds like just so much, that bit.
it kinda feels like many things in my head. What am I thinking? How come I can't go sit on my bed? I hear them talking, and it was strange, they leave me for dead. Ain't no one to lean on. You know I've been this way since day one. I don't need no medication.
I also hear a little bit of Post Malone in it as well.
Dying inside. Why do I seem crazy? I'm dying on the inside.
Okay. I don't know if I'm fully interested in the whole ADHD project again, but this song, I love this song. This is great. I've just been reacting to great songs today. I just reacted to Futsal Shuffle 2020 by Lil Uzi Vert. Love that song. The reaction will be linked below because it'll probably be the one I upload before this. This song, ADHD, this is great. One of the kind of most like standout Joyner Lucas tracks because it is so different to everything else that he's released. Like, he had more melodic stuff on his Along Came Joyner project, like songs like All Over, She Knows. But even then, those tracks didn't have this whole kind of emo rap edge to it that this song does. The thing is, it still sounded like Joyner as well though. Like, the track didn't feel like he was trying to be something he wasn't, if that makes sense. Like, the writing still very much sounds like Joyner Lucas. It's just got a very different sound to it than what he's typically done. And I don't necessarily know if you should make more tracks like this. I think this kind of works as its own standalone song, that it's like, okay, this is that one like emo rap singing style track that Joyner has done. I think it works perfect as its own standalone song. The flows were all perfect, super catchy, really nice melodies. On the pre-chorus, I think it was from the first verse into the chorus, the pre-chorus that was there, it sounded so good. The harmonizing was so nice. And of course, it has content to it. It's a very personal song about Joyner's struggles with ADHD and that condition. It's a bit too early to say because that was just my first listen to the song, but after a few more re-listens, I could definitely see that becoming my favorite single that Joyner has released from ADHD. I liked Revenge Intro, but this song just blew me away. You did something on this one, Joyner. You did something on this. I like this a lot. Kinda feels like I'm dying on the inside. So whether this will like fully increase my interest again in the ADHD project, I don't know, it's too early to say, but for this first reaction, I absolutely loved it. Don't really have anything bad to say about it. It was a great song. So that's what I think of this track. What did you guys think about ADHD by Joyner Lucas? It dropped 3 months ago, so I'm sure most of you have already heard it. This is just genuinely the first time I've heard it. Let me know down in the comments below. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. I'd appreciate you leaving a like if you enjoyed this video, because interacting with the video helps me a lot, and subscribing if you haven't done so already. That's all I've got to say for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and this is CDTVThaG, signing out.